Welcome back, fellas, to Friday's games in the NBA. We have a 7-game slate for today's games. We're obviously going to go over the recap like we've been over the past few days, the recap, the slate, as well as my plays for today. This is a disgusting slate. Let's waste no time and hop straight into it. The slate for today is horrendous. Like, there's a lot of red on my screen. There's a lot of red on your screen right now. Cleveland Wizards, 17-point spread. Not touching it. Spurs, Hornets. I really, a lot of moving pieces for the Hornets. No one's probably going to play. Kinnett's not going to play. No one on this team that just was traded within the past 2 to 3 days is going to play for this Hornets team. LaMelo's questionable. I highly doubt he plays. It's just a wash of a game. It would be cool to see De'Aaron Fox again, but again, I blowout written all over it. Not touching it. Detroit and 76ers, I think, is by far the best game in the slate. Obviously, the spread is 2.5. Joel Embiid is playing this game. This is going to be a game where all the starters play. Normal game, normal NBA game during the trade deadline. There's no real moving parts that need to be figured out. This is a pretty straightforward game. That's going to be the game we're going to be targeting for today. Bucks, Hawks. Could be a pretty good game. Obviously, the Bucks now have some moving pieces coming in and out because of the trade deadline. So we'll see who starts, who plays there. I don't even know. I think Giannis is playing. He was listed as questionable, so we'll see about that. But he should be playing, I would assume. Still going to lean Milwaukee -6 there. I like Trae Young assists, but I didn't put it on this slip. I didn't love it quite enough. But just a note there if you want to add that. Heat and the Nets, again, moving pieces here with the Miami Heat and with the Jimmy Butler trade and whatnot. So we're going to be looking at, depleted teams on both sides here. The Nets are just in shambles right now, as well as the Miami Heat have a lot of moving parts. So again, another game that just no real correlation. We don't know how the rotations are going to look. I think I'm staying away from this game as well. I'm staying away from pretty much every game. OKC, Toronto, fucking 19 points. Are we kidding? It's a blowout all over it. Blowout. The Raptors probably have the worst starting rotation right now in all of the NBA. Like, they're fucking bad. Sorry if you're a Raptors fan, but they need to just figure out who needs to play where. Yeah, I can't even begin to start with their rotation. It is horrible outside of Scotty. Anyway, keep it pushing. We have the Jazz and then Suns to finish it off here. Suns are 7.5-point favorites. This game isn't a horrible matchup-wise. The Suns are pretty intact. The Jazz are pretty intact. Obviously, Keontae George is now coming off the bench. We're able to still catch him the other day, but yeah, that's a little interesting twist for him. Isaiah Collier is going to be getting the full-time start. With that being said, I think the Suns still are able to take this one down and cover the spread here at 7.5. Despite their struggles recently, I still have more confidence in them than the Jazz right now. We'll see how that plays out over the next few days. That's a game I'm kind of iffy on. I don't have a great read on, but we'll keep it pushing. The recap from yesterday. I had a great read yesterday. We went 3-0 again. Another sweep in the NBA. Nikola Jokic over 1.5 threes. LeBron James over 27.5 points. He's the GOAT. And then Anthony Simons over 18.5 points. I liked all of these reads. I felt really good about them, especially the LeBron one. That was probably my favorite play. Even though I made the Nikola Jokic one the play of my day, I still think LeBron was probably my favorite. Normally the ones I release first is my favorite, and then the play of the day is normally my second favorite. Kind of tip in my brain. It shouldn't work that way, but that's kind of how my brain works. So normally that's the case. Record for the month of February. Oh, sorry, I'll go over yesterday. 3-0 plus 3 units. ROI 83.31. Over the recap in February, we are 16-5-2 so far in February. Plus 9.5 units with an ROI of 37.1%. So we are cruising right now in the month of February. Let's keep it rolling here again. Now, I'm not adding in these. I don't add the parlays, just so you guys know. I'm not really placing many parlays. I do pretty much all straights in the NBA. So I'm not up crazy units because I just don't parlay a lot of shit. So that's just me. I know a lot of you guys are parlaying, so you could be up more, you could be down less. We'll see from there, but that's just my basis of what I'm tracking so far with my bets. With that being said, let's waste no time and hop into the few picks we have for today. Now, again, I'm going to keep it straightforward with you guys and say I only have 2 picks, and they're from the same game. I just don't love this slate. It has blowouts written all over it. We have people sitting here. We have people sitting there. As of right now, the games where people are intact. Cleveland, they're pretty intact, but again, blowouts. Same thing with OKC, blowout. Like, dude, you Jacoby Walker, Jamal Sheed, Grady Dick, Scotty Barnes, and Jonathan Mogbu, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm not 100% sure. That is the worst starting lineup I've ever seen with my 2 eyes. I'm not touching that game. Milwaukee Atlanta could be a good game. Giannis again questionable. Kyle Kuzma we don't think is going to play, so don't know what's going to happen there. So those kind of questions keep going back and forth. Again, Jazz are pretty intact. Phoenix, you could attack that game as well. I don't think Kevin Durant will play, so you have to keep that in mind as well. Charlotte is in shambles. That's going to be a blowout. LaMelo's probably not going to play. Kinnett's not going to play. So we have to see about that. It's just who the hell knows what's going on with them. So yeah, I'm kind of staying away from all the other games really going on right now, and I'm kind of just focusing on this Philly and Detroit game. With that being said, we're going to take Tyrese Maxey to go under 28.5 points to start us out here. We got it at -125 on ESPN. I get it's a little bit juiced, but I really like this play. Joel Embiid is playing. With that being said, Tyrese Maxey's only gone over this line in 4 of 11 games, averaging 23.9 points per game. When Joel Embiid plays, Joel Embiid he's just a usage hog. He's going to take up usage that Tyrese Maxey would see. Tyrese Maxey without Joel Embiid has hit over on this mark in 9 of the last 10 games. You can get this line at 27.5 because he's hit this just constantly over and over and over again. But they're also playing a tough matchup. Detroit allows the 4th fewest points to point guards this season, as well as the 2nd lowest free throw attempts and the 10th lowest field goal attempts. Now, another thing to note, when Tyrese Maxey plays with Joel Embiid, when he's not playing with him, 23 field goal attempts per game in his last 10 games. It's a pretty good sample size. His last 10 with Joel Embiid, averaging 18 field goal attempts. That is 5 less field goal attempts per average when Joel Embiid plays. That is a massive, massive factor, and they're expecting solid minutes from Joel in this game. So if we see solid minutes out of Joel, Tyrese Maxey could be limited in this game. And again, Detroit is a team that is tough on point guards. I get they've been kind of getting railed recently by them, but I don't think that luck is going to continue. There's a reason this line is so low. I think he's going to easily go under here in this matchup. Detroit's been a tough team for him as well. He's only hit over this line even without Embiid in 2 of 11 games since 2021. So he hasn't been able to hit it damn near at all. He didn't hit it the last time they played in November. So, again, I think getting under on this line feels like a fantastic value. Heading to our next play, I know Cade is questionable technically, but I hear everything from I'm seeing from reports, everything from I'm hearing is he's trending towards playing. If he doesn't play, make sure, again, stay in the Discord, which is down below, and or on my Twitter, and I'll give you guys substitute plays, whatnot. But, again, I'm not going to force plays that I just simply don't like. That's not really going to happen. It's not really how I roll. So if I don't like plays, I'm not going to play plays. With that being said, Cade Cunningham over 5.5 rebounds is a play I do love. Philly is allowing the most rebounds to opposing point guards in the past 7 games this season. I get it's a smaller sample size, but it's recency bias. They're giving up a ton of rebounds recently. Even with Joel Embiid, that does not worry me in the slightest. Kyrie's gone over this mark. Drew Holiday's gone over this mark. De'Aaron Fox has gone over this mark. Austin Reeves, Josh Giddey, Jamal Murray, Damian Lillard, Tyrese Halliburton, Miles McBride, Jalen Brunson, all has gone over the rebounding lines recently. 7 of the last 10 have gone over the rebounding lines to kind of sum that up. Point guard wise, not only that, but he's hit this in 64% of games this season, averaging 6.3 rebounds per game. In the last 10 games, he's hit over this in 6 of the last 10. Not only that, but he's averaging 8.7 rebound chances per game, and that is with an outlier game where he's heavily dragged down, where he only had 3 rebound chances against, I think that's OKC. Sorry, no, against Chicago, he only had 3 rebound chances. So, that game's dragging it down. But again, the games before that, 10, 9, 12, 10, 9, 9, 11 rebound chances. If he's seeing that many rebound chances in his line and he only needs 6 rebounds, I feel great about it, especially kind of with Joel Embiid and back. It's going to space the floor out a little bit more, which again leaves those early and easy rebounds for the point guard position. So I think he could be a high flyer and easily scoop in to grab some boards. Again, he just did it against Cleveland, who on paper is a tough rebounding team against point guards. So if he can do it against them, I feel great about doing it against the 76ers, who have struggled recently against bigger point guards. He missed this the first time these two teams played. He had 36 minutes, but he had 10 rebound chances in that game, and he missed by 1. If you see him in the rebound chances and you only miss by the hook, I feel great about this spot, and I think he can easily cash over today in a great matchup where he should see high minutes. Again, a close game of only 2.5 spread. It should be a pretty easy line for us to hit. And we've been on fire with these, so hopefully we can keep it up. Again, we're on an 8-0 run right now. Let's see if we can continue. Those are the only 2 plays I really have for today. I don't want to yap your guys' ear off. So make sure to like, subscribe, all sort of fun shit down below, and let me know what you guys are taking today. And if you like these sort of videos, again, the best way to support the channel is by simply just liking the video and subscribing if you're new. So make sure to do all of that, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.